is a sports catastrophe special presentation. Hey there, hello there. It's Jeff Cutter Diving. Welcome you to the finale of Poker Players KW Season 3. It was a fun season. We had a ball and all that with 20 competitors in two houses. The top 5 from each house got to the finals, and then there were 4 wildcard spots to get into the finals. So we had 14 people compete for bragging rights and all that. So strap in your seatbelts. Here we go. Finals time. So next up on the list is how each competitor did. So the first person you see here, you see the picture of the province of Newfoundland. Well, whoever took 14th place is a descendant from Newfoundland, and it was Dwayne the Firefighter, #1 Newfoundland, who actually did so well in the Rounders group, but yet he faltered. He lost to the gamblers Master of Keys, who had a great time and all that. But in the end, it wasn't meant to be, as he suffered a terrible loss, as he only had a pair of aces. Okay, pocket rockets, but Master of Keys had 2 pairs. So basically, Newfoundland was the first one eliminated. The official announcement. First one eliminated, #1 Newfoundland, assisted by Master of Keys at 8:25. #1 Newfoundland eliminated by Master of Keys, time 8:25. So 40 minutes after the tournament started, we had an elimination, and Newfoundland was the first one out. So next up on the list was, as you see them, you see the photo of something named Rhythms. Yeah, the season 2 winner, Daniel Tardif. He was the season 2 champion, and yet he faltered. He was good with the gamblers and kind of close to the middle, but lost his place as #1 gambler in the second half of the season. But he hung on. He was trying to go back to back, but unfortunately, he was taken up thanks to a flush by Craftworks. So within seconds of Newfoundland being eliminated, Rhythms was eliminated. Announcement. Second elimination, scored by Rhythms, assisted in it by Craftworks at 8:25. Rhythms eliminated by Craftworks, time 8:25. So basically, there would be no repeat. Sorry. And then the next person out, that didn't take too long. Like 40 seconds later, it was Baden Poker, who was good for rounders and all that. But Baden Poker was eliminated very quickly after Rhythms by McBitter, who took the wildcard championship basically by taking up 6 people, including himself. So anyway, Baden Poker had 2 pair, Jackson 7. Sadly, though, McBitter had a pair of 10s, and McBitter sent Baden Poker reeling and out of the tournament. Third elimination, scored by Baden Poker, assisted in it by McBitter at 8:26. Baden Poker eliminated by McBitter, time 8:26. So basically, Baden Poker tried to make Baden proud, but failed miserably. And then next up on the list, as you see here, there's a bird. There's a reason why there's a bird. Anyhow, that is Briber. I call him Bribe for some strange reason. But and for gamblers, he was actually pretty good. He was middling, but he was still decent. Briber ran into a problem. He lost to DCS, who took him out with a straight. So basically, Briber got a straitjacket out of the tournament. Fourth elimination, scored by Briber, assisted in it by Duzias, time 8:28. Briber eliminated by Duzias, time 8:28. So basically, the newcomer basically took out the old grizzled veteran. And so, unfortunately, Briber will have to go back to fixing up cars and fixing up his poker game. So, of course, I forgot to make the pun about Newfoundland trying to fight fire with fire, but whatever. So, anyway, next up on the elimination chamber, not too far away from Briber's elimination, was KMFS or Krista blank blank. Krista motherfucking. I don't know. I don't think I should give her last name away. But anyway, so Krista was in it with 2D. I forgot what the poker. By the time that I got to realize, oh, Krista's out. I gotta write down how she got eliminated. We went to the final table. So unfortunately, Krista got eliminated, making her the third gambler to be out. Fifth elimination, scored by Krista, assisted in it by 2D at 8:29. Krista eliminated by IM2D at 8:29. So unfortunately, her wildcard round ended great, but in the end, she faltered in the final when it counted. I feel bad for her. I do. So not long after the final table was set up, the final table was set up. It was down to 9 people. It took a while for everyone to feel each other out. Not that way, people, please. This is still a decent poker thing. Anyhow, so the first person to be eliminated was Decius, who eliminated Briber, but got eliminated himself by Craftworks. He had 2 pairs, aces and kings, but the 8s were there on the board, but Craftworks had paired up with an 8 and an ace. So there was an 8 and an ace, and an 8 and an ace, and an 8 and an ace, and an 8 and an ace. So Craftworks picked up his second elimination. Sixth elimination, scored by Decius, assisted in it by Craftworks at 8:36. Decius eliminated by Craftworks at 8:36. So the gamblers were really in trouble. Well, there were 7 gamblers, 7 rounders. So the gamblers were really losing people left, right, and center. So that wasn't good. So anyway, next up is, you can see in the picture, that's me, a younger me. 13 years ago. Slimmer, had more hair in my body, not enough hair on my chinny chin chin. But yeah, I looked so young at age 24 when I had that picture taken. Now I'm 37, I'm old, I'm balding, well, my hair's spinning. I have facial hair, which is great because it makes sure people realize I'm a guy instead of a fucking girl. And, I'm a little pudgier than I used to be. I know a lot of people said, oh, well, that was 13 years ago, Jeff. You were bound to get pudgy. Yeah, but I let myself go too many times. But anyway, yeah, I had such a good run. Week 6 in the Gamblers, I actually took second to Summer, and then I basically took fourth and wild card. Well, I did tank the wild card because I knew I was in it, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm already in the final. I might as well just leave it and leave everyone looking. But unfortunately, as so often happens in my life, I know this is self-deprecating and this is stupid, but I have to say it from the bottom of my heart. I got. Karma bit me in the ass, and I deserved it. The story is that the last video, I talked about the wildcard game, and I talked about the players who made the final without having to do the wildcard, and I did mention in passing that I made a giant boo-boo in all my videos for season 2 and 3. See, I thought Summer was a guy, and for some strange reason, I was assumed it was a guy. And then I get a comment on the Facebook page in Poker Players, and they say, "Hey, guess what? What?" Summer goes, I'm a girl," and I'm like, "You're a girl?" And all the comments I made on videos about Summer, I was red in the fucking face. And guess who eliminated me? Summer did. I had nothing in the tank. I faltered. I suck. Jeff, what the hell did you do wrong? You did everything correct. What happened? I was basically just yelling at myself all night for my pathetic 8th place finish. And it didn't help that my poker coach was not feeling well, and my poker coach ended up passing away Saturday night. And no, it's not my brother. My brother's fine. Thank you for asking. Anyway, so I got eliminated at 8:39 thanks to Summer. I guess Karma did knock me flat. And Karma also bit me because of my poor ball hockey performance Saturday the 14th. And the Leafs just not scoring offensively and losing game 7. Why me? Why me? Fuck. Alright, so with that out of the way, the gamblers were really up against it. It was 5 rounders to 2 gamblers. I guess gamblers was not the group of death, after all. That's what I thought. I was like, fuck, I let everyone down. But in the meantime, J Palm, who came out of nowhere, J Palm with the napalm attack, didn't do so badly. But McBitter, who did it again, who knocked out J Palm in the wildcard game, did the deed the second time. Taking about it was kings and twos versus queens and twos. I dined with kings and queens. I slept and dined on pork and beans. Well, Palmer got. Of all the people I would love to switch with is Palmer, because J Palm didn't deserve it. But whatever. So Palm took 7th. So anyway, 8th elimination scored by J Palm, assisted in it by McBitter at 8:52. J Palm eliminated by McBitter at 8:52. So I feel bad for the guy, but it is what it is. All right, so a lot of time passed. In fact, once the elimination started, this was the longest time. It felt like now everyone was filling each other out. There'd be like 10 minutes per elimination. Fuck. So of course in 6th place was I Am 2D. I am 2D and I need some sleep and I know I can. I will do better. So 2D ended up taking on Master Keys, who had the first elimination of the night and took down 2D. Aces and twos versus nines and twos. What is it with the number 2? Like, that was the third straight elimination that the 2 was a massive number. I guess I should have looked at numerology and said that 2s were the numbers you needed. But anyway, 2D got eliminated. Ninth elimination, scored by 2D, assisted in it by Master Keys at 9:08. I Am 2D, eliminated by Master Keys at 9:08. So unfortunately, he is out. And then came the next one, Wings Rule. Yeah, I know the Wings suck nowadays. They're rebuilding and all that. And they might get the Calder Trophy winner in Moritz Seider. Moritz Seider, or whatever you want to call his name. Moritz Seider. But anyway, Wings Rule got to the final 5, which meant he got some money. Money. So Wings Rule tried his best, but Kraftwerks, who originally had 2 eliminations, decided, screw that, I'm going to go for number 3. And he did, a full frickin' house. Wings had trip 9s, but a full house beats all. Well, trips for sure. So Wings Rule got eliminated, making him the 3rd straight Rounders guy to be eliminated. 10th elimination, scored by Wings Rule, assisted in it by Kraftwerks at 9:16. Wings Rule eliminated by Kraftwerks at 9:16. So basically, he was done for. But let's hope the Red Wings actually become a better team nowadays. All right, so we're ready to go with down to the final 4. As you can see on the photo, you see that the guy who got eliminated. So after 10 minutes of hard-nosed play with 4 people left, 2 rounders and 2 gamblers, the Rounders lost their guy, Kraftwerks. He was looking good. Neo was doing strongly, but he had to face the Gamblers and took on Master Keys, who for the 3rd time in the finals and 2nd time in 3 eliminations was the winner. Kraftwerks had nothing. Keys had nothing. But pair of sixes beat an ace any day of the week, and Kraftwerks was eliminated. 11th elimination, scored by Kraftwerks, assisted in it by Master Keys at 9:27. Kraftwerks eliminated by Master Keys at 9:27. So the Rounders were losing people. They were being spun right rounders, right rounders, like a record player blowing up their. I can't remember the pun song. Fuck me. And then came the final 3: 2 gamblers and a rounder. It wasn't 3 men and a baby. It was 2 gamblers and a rounder. So McBitter was trying to represent rounders perfectly. And after 13 minutes after the last elimination, McBitter went down. I bet he's bitter, but he is technically the best rounder around. Well, technically, we can kind of claim him because he used to be a rounder. So McBitter and Summer made a big trade, so we gave up McBitter for Summer. McBitter used to be a gambler, but now he was a rounder. But the person he was traded with, Summer, took care of this with a flush, which was a giant shock because Summer actually pulled out the flush, I believe, on the fourth card or something like that. McBitter looked pretty good, maybe getting to the final two, but no, Summer took him out. 12th elimination, scored by McBitter, assisted in part by Summer at 9:40. McBitter eliminated by Summer at 9:40. So McBitter was out. The worst part for Rounders was that they had 5 guys against the Gamblers 2, and all 5 went out in succession. The fact of the matter was that only 2 of the 5 eliminations were by their own kind. So it was down to the Gamblers. So it was 1-on-1. Again, the Gamblers proved why it is the group of freaking death. So it's down to Sun Summer and Master of Keys. Who came on top? Well, let me tell you. Well, as you can see on the photo, it was Sun. You see Sun Summer, whatever you want to call it, and you can kind of guess that because of the format, that's the person who lost. It was a good match. Summer tried. Summer had 2 key eliminations, but in the end, Master Keys did himself in. He had 3 eliminations before the final 2, and Summer had 2. Something had to give, and Mr. Master Keys put up a pair of 9s and a pair of 7s against a pair of 9s, pair of 3s. So in the end, with Kappa and Summer basically taking the chips and all of that, someone had to take all the chips, and it was Kappa, or Master Keys, if you want to call it. So a gigantic win. 13th and final elimination by Sun of Summer, assisted by Master Keys at 9:43. Sun of Summer eliminated by Master Keys at 9:43. So within almost 2 hours, 1 hour and 58 minutes, we had a champion. He is the champion. This is the answer. Here comes the champion. The gamblers, the rounders. He is the guy of guys, the champion. Well, it was a time to rejoice for Master Keys. Gamblers got their second straight champion. He is the man. He did it again. He was number 1 in Gamblers, which almost gives him an automatic spot to maybe win the title, and he did. There's that. He had 5 eliminations, including himself, in the finals, so that's fantastic. And yeah, he screwed everyone over. He changed his poker philosophy, pissing off a lot of gamblers like myself and my brother in the process, but, he's a champ. He's a season 3 champion. And now I have to hear it probably from him. He'll probably be prodding me, because I never win things. But that's okay. Portugal is not a powerhouse soccer team anymore. Well, they're okay, but, what happened at Euros? Why did my British team take second place? Haha. Sorry. I know his family well. I know his wife. I know his 2 boys. I know their pets. It's a fondness of epic proportions. But yeah, he's going to be rubbing our noses in it. But that's okay. He deserves it. So 5 months will pass until the next season, season 4. I wonder what's going to change and who's going to join in the fun. But, it was a fun season and a fun season to be had. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. Ado.